ConFu is sponsored by Source Conference, a global security, technology, and business forum.
Before we get to the con news, just a note to all of our Japanese viewers. We are thinking of you. After the recent earthquake and subsequent tsunami, the Tokyo hackerspace, which was only lightly damaged during the disaster, is hoping to provide 150 solar-powered LED lanterns and even build some Geiger counters for local community use. If you want to help, you can stop by their space and help with soldering, or just donate some cash. They have a link on their site, and the proceeds will go directly to help buy the parts they need. Of course, the big con recently was CANSEC West and the Pwn2Own competition. Instead of covering it all again here, you should watch the HNN's Behind the Firewall, episode 13. The HNN cameras were at CANSEC West, and we have a whole episode devoted to all the juicy details for you. But we will say that we hope Tipping Point re-examines the rules for Pwn2Own. A once-a-year, secretly developed single exploit exchanged for a substantial amount of money does not really further the field of security at all. It just gets tons of unusually inaccurate press. Safari was not popped in 5 seconds, no matter what you read on the web. OWASP AppSec USA 2011 will be hosted in Minneapolis, Minnesota on September 20th to the 23rd. AppSec USA brings together top security researchers, practitioners, developers, and pundits for an application security training, talks, a capture the flag, and even a vendor showroom. The call for papers is open, and they are looking for talks on cloud, mobile, and new attack and defense vectors. HackLu 2011 in Luxembourg in September has opened its call for papers. If you're thinking of heading over to Notacon this year in Ohio next month, you might want to think about volunteering. They could use the help. They're also going to have some pretty cool-ass badges this year. That alone might be worth the trip. The Chaos Communications Camp is a go this year in August in a field somewhere just outside Berlin. Source Boston is coming up in a few weeks, and immediately following it will be BCon, which will be the inaugural event by the Mass Hackers Group. The con is extremely limited, and they are already half full. If you're looking to attend or present, we have the link at hackernews.com. CarolinaCon is back. The 7th edition will be held at the end of April in Raleigh, North Carolina. The speaker lineup looks pretty good and worth checking out if you're in the area. And if you plan on taking the Hack Bus from San Francisco to DEF CON, they're looking for riders and donations now. You can find them at hackbus.net. So if you've been keeping count, there have been around 20 B-Sides events so far. There are 10 more coming up this year, and at least another 10 in the planning stages. And to think that this whole phenomenon is less than 2 years old. In B-Sides news, B-Sides Austin was declared a huge success. B-Sides Chicago has picked a logo. B-Sides Detroit has picked a venue, the Renaissance Center. B-Sides LA has opened registration, but they only have 200 spots, so register now. B-Sides London has released its schedule. Planning has begun on B-Sides Vienna, which will happen in June. And the big one, B-Sides Las Vegas, has opened its call for papers.